Well, we are live, and I'm glad for that because I'm having a particularly cantankerous day. So bear with me, everyone. I am sorry about that. But hey, it is Tuesday, and so we're here for our, oops, as I beat everything up, our traditional tea talk. So I'm glad to have you here today. I'm also going to be having my little friend Lyme close by. I should have had him with me last time, considering that we are doing a Lyme to Cancer series. So today is going to be part two, where we're going to talk a little bit about how chronic Lyme wears down the body's defenses. And if you remember last time, I shared how my Lyme journey ended with something no one warned me about, cancer. And I told you how Lyme shredded my gut, it fried my adrenals, and left me fighting for answers in a very broken medical system. But here's where we're going to go deeper, because that wasn't just my story. It's the story of anyone who's been left wrecked after Lyme and thought the worst was over. It's not just about the infection. It's about what Lyme does quietly and relentlessly to your body over time and how it destroys your defenses until there's nothing left standing. So let's start with the immune system. Lyme doesn't just trigger your immune system, it actually hijacks it. And in the beginning, your body fights really hard, which is why early Lyme can look or feel like the flu or mono, or sometimes just stress, as everybody says. And your immune system, it kicks into overdrive trying to kill off Borrelia. That's the bacteria known as Lyme. But over time, if it doesn't win, and let's be honest, it usually doesn't, it burns out. And once your immune system burns out, it doesn't just stop fighting Lyme, it stops fighting everything. And that's when the real damage begins because now your immune system isn't just tired, it's confused. It can't tell the difference between what should be there and what shouldn't. That's why so many people with Lyme develop other autoimmune problems. Basically, it's your immune system attacking you, but at the same time, it misses the real threats like abnormal cells, inflammation, or infections that just never left. Now, mix in some of the co-infections like Bartonella, babesiosis, mycoplasma, Epstein-Barr virus, just to name a few. These all come with their own set of nightmares, and I know because I have five of them that I'm aware of, and they further drain your reserves. They attack red blood cells, nerve tissue, the lining of your blood vessels, and the sneaky part is that they hide in biofilms and inside your cells, and they're just staying just out of reach, all while your immune system collapses trying to keep up. Eventually, you're not fighting a battle anymore, you're surviving a war zone with no ammo. So let's talk about the adrenal burnout part because this is something people like to brush off or minimize, but it's huge. When you've been sick for years, when your body's stuck in survival mode, running on cortisol and fumes, your adrenals don't just get tired, they crash. That chronic stress response hijacks your whole system, where your sleep goes to hell, your blood sugar swings out of control, and your hormones just tank. And you can't repair or fight infection when you're stuck in fight, flight, or freeze 24/7 because it keeps your body inflamed, shuts down digestion, wrecks your thyroid, and robs you of the ability to heal. So now, not only is your immune system tanked, but your body can't even rest, rebuild, or detox properly. Then there's the gut. Let me tell you, you cannot talk about recovery, immunity, or cancer prevention without talking about the gut. In my case, after 2 years of double-dosed rotating antibiotics, mine was rubble. And even if you haven't gone through that kind of treatment, chronic infections do their own damage. Borrelia and its gang messes with the tight junctions in your gut lining, causing leaky gut, which basically means undigested food, toxins, and pathogens are slipping through the walls of your intestine and are constantly triggering your immune system. Your gut is ground zero for immune health, and if it's damaged, your defenses are down, period. But guess what else starts in the gut? Nutrient absorption. Let me say that again. Nutrient absorption, because I know I struggle with my mouth at times. And when your gut's trashed, you're not absorbing the nutrients that you need, even if you're eating all the right foods. Minerals like zinc and selenium, and vitamins like A, D, E, and K, amino acids, essential fats, they all go down the drain. You can't rebuild an army without supplies. I know, I've tried. Now, fast forward a few years like I did, and you'll find that your immune system's offline, adrenals are in the dirt, gut's wrecked, and your inflammation is chronic. You're basically living in a nutrient deficient body that can't defend itself. That's not just Lyme anymore. That's cancer waiting to happen. And because cancer doesn't happen in a vacuum, it thrives in immune dysfunction and inflammation. It loves when your body's been stuck in chronic stress with no fuel, no defense, and no reserve. That's what Lyme leaves behind. And the worst part, nobody tells you this. If you have a healthcare provider that did, keep them. They're gold. Doctors generally don't warn you that remission isn't the end. They don't let you know that your immune system's shot, your gut's a mess, and you need to rebuild or you're going to be wide open for something worse. They just say, you're better now and move on, leaving you vulnerable. But I'm not moving on. I'm here to tell you a truth that you need to know right here and now. If you've had Lyme or any long-term chronic infection, your body has been in a war. You can't just go back to normal. You need to rebuild. So what do? First, stop thinking you're done because your symptoms are gone. Remission is not recovery. Remission is survival. Recovery is the rebuild. So start with your gut, rebuild the lining, and support your microbiome. This doesn't mean stuffing yourself with random fiber or trendy fermented foods if your gut can't handle it. I know for a while mine couldn't. It means gentle, targeted, gut-soothing nutrition. And you can think of things like bone broth, aloe, amino acids like glutamine. There's also anti-inflammatory nutrients like turmeric and omega-3s. And of course, my favorite, sippable solutions that I use that actually give complete nourishment instead of overloading your gut with things it can't handle. And you want to support your adrenals. That doesn't mean chugging caffeine or popping adaptogens like candy. It means regulating your blood sugar, managing your stress response, getting restorative sleep, and easing your body out of that state of fight, flight, freeze. And yes, support your immune system, not by overstimulating it, but by feeding it what it's starving for: minerals, protein, healthy fats, and rest, and the right kind of rest. If you're not sure where to start, I've actually built a space where I share everything that I've learned, from real food healing to what actually helped me get back on my feet, including the products and strategies that I wish someone had told me about roughly 20 years ago. You don't have to guess or repeat my story. If you've had Lyme, the clock is ticking. You can either start rebuilding now, or you can wait for the next health crisis to make that decision for you. You don't want to do that. So all of this is what I wish someone, anyone had told me. So now I'm telling you. Join me next week as we get into part 3. I'm going to be breaking down the diagnostic challenges, patient dismissal, and mainstream medicine's failure to acknowledge chronic Lyme as a serious precursor to more problems with diseases. Many people are misdiagnosed with autoimmune diseases, fibromyalgia, or even psychological issues. So delaying proper treatment and opening the door to degenerative illness and cancer. Until then, head on over to my wellness center where I've collected tools, interviews, resources, recipes, and there's even some step-by-step support to help you start healing right now. I'm going to put the link above for you, so don't wait. You've survived this long, but I'd much rather you make sure that you thrive instead of just survive. Okay. Tomorrow, just so you know, I'm going to be here at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, a little bit later, or sorry, earlier. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about hormones, which is very important for, both just general everyday health, but also when it comes to the cancer Lyme connection. So I hope you join me there. And I will put some other links up above for you as well, but the main one that I want you to focus on is where I've collected everything and put it all up there in a resource center. It's called Danny Cade Wellness. I hope you enjoy that. And thank you so much for being here with me today. I always appreciate it. And enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Make it wonderful. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.